Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy JNark, aka World. Today we are rebuilding the San Francisco 49ers. I was about to jump in and go into Justin Fields, but I forgot Trey Lance was the third quarterback drafted, and then Justin Fields, and then Mac Jones. So today we're doing Trey Lance, and we have a pretty updated roster where Julio Jones is on the Titans, and Morgan Moses just got signed to the Jets. I don't know any of the other signings that have happened recently, but those are the top signings that I do know of. So this is the roster right now. So since this is going to be a Trey Lance rebuild, he's a 74 overall. We're going to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo and see what we can get rid of him for. But this is what the team looks like. Not too bad. Not too bad. This is the defense. They did sign Samson Ebukam. And I guess they signed Maurice Hurst. I did not know about that. So that's actually a pretty nice signing for them as well. But this is what the team looks like. Not too bad. Nothing too crazy. But we do have some gems on this team. So first and foremost, what I want to do, because obviously quarterback's our biggest need, let's see what we get for Jimmy Garoppolo. First and foremost, actually, let's see what the salary, what would be like if what cap penalty we would get for trading Jimmy G. So we'd save about 18 million if we traded Jimmy G. Okay, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna keep Josh Rosen as that backup, and see what we could get for Jimmy G. So we need a right outside linebacker, so they say. I think it's best if we trade for a corner. Jalen Johnson would be too bad. Mike Hilton, Chidobe Awuzie, Trey Waynes, Eli Apple. So these guys definitely have a good amount of corners here. They got Chidobe Awuzie. That could be something, but the Bengals have Joe Burrow, so I want to do a reasonable trade. So the Bills have someone. The Broncos could be solid. But they have Drew Lock. I'm gonna leave that alone. Team that would need a quarterback though. Definitely not the Chargers. Definitely not the Chiefs. The Colts battle with Carson Wentz. I don't know if I'd want to do that to him though. Either way, I feel like it's either we trade for a pick or someone's not a starter anymore. That's really what it comes down to. And we could trade for AJ Terrell, but I low-key want to do something realistic. So if we traded like Jimmy G for Adoree Jackson, that wouldn't be too bad. See if Adoree Jackson and a pick. I don't really care about Daniel Jones that much. I have no faith in him. See if we get Adoree Jackson in a second. Trade-off was accepted. Okay, so we just got a new corner, and we just got a round 2 overall pick. Not too bad. So now we have Adoree Jackson and a second round pick as well. So we have Raheem Mostert, Wayne Gallman Jr., Trey Sermon, and Jeff Wilson. Another move I was thinking about making to help out Trey Lance would be getting him a backup tight end. Getting a backup tight end for George Kittle just in case he gets like hurt, injured, anything like that. And I feel like trading away Wayne. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of Raheem Mostert because I know he'll probably get injured. Like, look, he's 28, and the most rushing yards he's ever had is 1,000. And Wayne Gallman is just taking up cap space as well. So we can honestly trade him for a pick. If we can't get a pick out of him, what we could do is trade him for like a 4th rounder. Wayne Gallman for 4th was accepted, easy money. And then Raheem Mostert, I do want to move him as well. Because he never does well in the franchises that we have. So I think if we trade him for a linebacker, an outside linebacker that fits our scheme, we're looking for like pass coverage. But what happened to Dre Greenlaw? Yeah, Dre Greenlaw. We have him. I know we have him. So let's search that up. Let's see what's up with that. So we have Dre Greenlaw at left outside. Okay, so we're definitely keeping him. But Samson Ebukam, I'm not a fan of him. So I like our corners though. I like that we have Adoree Jackson. He fits our scheme as well too. So yeah, Samson Ebukam I'm not really a fan of. So let's see what we could do in the trade market. See what we could find. I'm gonna trade Raheem Mostert for him. And then we could trade Samson Ebukam for like another running back just in case, just so we could groom Trey Sermon. But we're going to look for a right outside linebacker. Robert Quinn fits the scheme, but he's old. Matt Milano doesn't. Bradley Chubb doesn't. Marcus Golden does, and he's 29. Could be a move. Could go back to that, though. Just going to see what other players are available. If there's any young options, just in case we don't have to worry about building. So far, it's looking like, Preston Smith fits the script. We can make a trade with the Packers, you know. Preston Smith could be an ideal person we pick up. Or Kyle Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy could work. Kyle Van Noy. Pernell McPhee. The question is just what are they asking for that position? Like, what are they trying to make them do? So obviously for the Packers, for Preston Smith could be interesting. He's an 80 overall. We could also try Kyle Van Noy. I feel like Kyle Van Noy would perform better than Preston Smith, so I think I'd rather go with him. Raheem Mostert for Kyle Van Noy. Trade offer was accepted. Okay, so we got a new right outside linebacker. So now what we're gonna do? We're gonna trade away Samson Ebukam for a running back. A running back just for depth. The Bengals, to see who they have. Okay, no one of value, of course. Why would they? Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon. You trade for Melvin Gordon. Oh no, that's not gonna go through. Samson Ebukam has some value for the Cardinals and the Chargers. So Chase Edmonds and James Conner and an Austin Eckler here. Chiefs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jet McKinnon. I don't think they would accept the trade for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but the Colts have a great slew of running backs here, and I like Jonathan Taylor, so I want to see if we can get him. If we could trade for Jonathan Taylor, give them like one of the fourths we drafted, maybe that could work out. I'd give up a second. I'd give up a second straight up for Jonathan Taylor. So a second, actually we'll give him this second, and then the fourth for Jonathan Taylor. They need significantly more value. Okay, I have high hopes in them, so we're gonna give them our high second round pick. They said they still need a bit more value. Okay, well we'll give you guys a second, a fourth, and a seventh for Jonathan Taylor. Still need a bit more value? Okay. All right, what other positions do you guys need? You guys want a right end? A left end too? D Ford for Jonathan Taylor. All right, first off, I forgot D Ford was even on the team. So let's see what cap penalty we'll get for trading away for Jonathan Taylor. I mean, trading away D Ford. We get a penalty, but I'll take the penalty. I'll take it. I don't care. I'll take the penalty. We'll give away D Ford and one of our sevens, I guess. D Ford to the Colts for one of our sevens for Jonathan Taylor, and we'll throw in next year's like seventh for Jonathan Taylor. Should go through. Okay, they want a little bit more. All right, this year's seventh should go through then. A bit more value. Okay, a 6 should do it. A 6 should do it. A 6 and D Ford for Jonathan Taylor. So we just got a new running back. Okay, so we're in good standing right now. We still have Samson Ebukam, but now we could trade for. Ooh, the Falcons are very interested in him. We kind of addressed our front seven. So what we could do is trade for backup left end. That's what I was thinking of doing. We could go for John Franklin Myers to back up Eric Armstead and keep that rotation going. Ooh, that could work. That could work, but I don't want to invest too early yet into him, just in case. Carl Nassib and Max Crosby. Max Crosby wouldn't be too bad either. Montez Sweat wouldn't be too bad. We're really looking for a backup, though. I mean, I didn't want to go too crazy, but okay, so I want to go back to that team then. Let's see. I forgot which team it was. It was the Jets. John Franklin Myers, Samson Ebukam. He's gonna just be a backup though, so I think straight up it'll work. Yep. Okay, so we addressed that. Switched up the offense and defense. I think that's the most moves we're gonna do in year one. We have Trey Lance as a QB1. We got Jonathan Taylor and Trey Sermon, our duo. And then we still need a backup tight end. Offensive line is just okay, not the best. Yeah, we do need a backup tight end though. Receivers, I'm gonna leave that alone. I like the linebackers. I like how we changed up the defense a bit. So we picked up Adoree Jackson and John Franklin Myers. That's pretty nice. And I think having a second middle linebacker should do us some justice. I don't like having Fred by himself. So let's see if we can sign that in free agency. See if we can sign a backup middle linebacker that fits the scheme. Someone like Will Compton, who's 30 years old. Okay, we'll go with Will Compton, sign him to the team. Not too bad. And then we need a backup tight end. Virgil Green. I think the Niners like their veteran tight end, so pick up Virgil Green. I think it'll be a good number 2. So those are the moves we make. So now we're gonna sim to make sure some of our guys don't get cut. It's gonna be Trey Lance's rookie year, so gotta make sure that he does it in style. Even though we're 0-2 to start off the season. Oh, I forgot we have Mohamed Sanu as well. So now we have to cut 18 players. We won a game though. That's pretty nice. We won a game. We have to cut 18 players. Gotta make sure this is valuable. Tabor Pepper. We'll move him to practice squad. I know he's one of our important guys. Daniel Helm, we'll cut him. Mark Field is 23. We'll move him to the practice squad. Tony Bergstrom. I forgot all about him. He used to have a nice card in Madden a couple years ago. We're gonna cut him. We have no space for him. Bronis Grasu, we have no space for him. Deshaun Hall, we have no space for him. River Crawcraft, he's a bench wide receiver. Looks like we're gonna have to cut him. Contavious Street, he's a bench D tackle. We'll move him to practice squad. Ken Webster, we'll move to practice squad. J. Michael Hasty, he's the 4th running back. I'm okay with that. I like our 4 running backs. Kevin White is a 66 overall. We'll keep him. Kevin Gibbons will move to the practice squad. Dante Johnson is our 5th cornerback, so we'll keep him, I guess. Tom Compton, though, we already have 3 right guards. Marcel Harris, we already have a lot of safeties, but we'll move him to the practice squad. Ben Garland, we're going to keep him around. He's our 2nd center, so why would we cut him? Arden Key, I didn't even know the Niners had him. We'll move him to the practice squad. Ronald Blair, we're going to keep you around. Virgil Green, we're keeping you around. You're our 2nd tight end, of course. Mohamed Sanu is our 3rd wide receiver. Zach Kerr is our 3rd D tackle, which is fine. Tavon Wilson is our 2nd strong safety. So apparently we still got to make some moves here. So getting rid of Dante Johnson. I mean, we can move J. Michael Hasty to the practice squad. Cut Kevin White. Damn, cut Dante Johnson. Still have to make some moves. Damn, DJ Jones is our 4th D tackle. I like him though. Cut Tavon Wilson. We still have to make a move. Holy crap. 2nd tight end, 3rd left end. Alright, we're gonna cut Ronald Blair then. Okay. Those are the moves we made then. Some heart-wrenching moves, but it had to be done. Let me make sure there's no one injured on the injury report. Marquise Lee, complete PCL tear, and Sean Coleman, complete PCL tear. Didn't even know the Niners had Marquise Lee, but that's being said, we're ready to start. We have 1 new injury. Adoree Jackson dislocated his ankle. That's fun, you know, a guy we just traded for. But our goal this year is going to be to make the playoffs, and we'll upgrade our players. And I'm hoping for the best. Let's see if Trey Lance can do his thing. He's 74. Let's see if he finishes off at like a 79 for the season. But this is what the squad looks like. This is what the defense looks like. I'm hoping for the best. So without further ado, let's see how well we perform. So we ended up making the playoffs going 12-4. We won the division, surprisingly. Our offense was 12th. Trey Lance threw 4K passing yards, 31 passing TDs. Our defense was 1st, so we had the number 1 defense. 31 touchdowns, 13 picks, 65 completion percentage, 98.6 passer rating. Jonathan Taylor had 916 rushing yards, 9 TDs on 239 attempts. Brandon Ayuk had 905 yards, 7 TDs. Richie James had 834 yards, 10 TDs. George Kittle had 71 catches, 800 yards, 5 TDs. And Debo had a down year. Interesting. But our defense, though, Fred Warner led the team in tackles. The 2nd was Dre Greenlaw. Sacks, Nick Bosa had 11.5. Eric Armstead at 7.5. Jordan Willis at 4.5. Javon Kinlaw at 2. D tackles didn't do too much, but we had a lot of interceptions. Nice to see that. I guess play calling was what helped us out. Standings, we were the 3rd seed in the NFL. The Saints went 12-4 and Browns went 14-2. All of our players get some upgrades, so we're going to upgrade them. 46 players were upgraded, so now we have an 87 offense and an 88 defense. Trey Lance, we want him to be from 74 to 79. He went to 80. Jonathan Taylor's an 83. Trey Sermon's a 75. Receivers are pretty solid. Brandon Ayuk's an 83. Okay. Offensive line, pretty stout as well. Trent Williams injured. Broken thumb, so he'd be back in like maybe the conference championship. But This is the defense looking pretty stout. Everyone's healthy on the defensive side of things, which is pretty nice to see. But we're just missing our star left tackle, which is the only unfortunate part. Yeah, just him with a broken thumb. So we're facing Tom Brady in our first game. This is the playoff bracket. The second seed facing the 7th seed Buccaneers, and the Packers are the 4th seed. I don't know what team I sent Jimmy G to. I see the Texans are the 2nd seed in the NFL. I want to see where Jimmy G. I forgot where I sent him to. So let's go to. We traded him for like a second. Oh, to the Giants. Yeah, we traded him to the Giants, I think. Yeah, 29 touchdowns, 11 picks. Okay, not too bad. Did they make the playoffs? They actually did not, so that's unfortunate. But let's see how we perform against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So we took a W, 20 to 14. Yeah, it looks like we handled business. You know what I'm saying? So now we're facing the Cowboys, who are 10-6. We're home again, so let's see how we perform. We took an L, 23 to 17. That's unfortunate, but we did get our first win of the year, first win of the playoffs for our boy. So Packers versus Cowboys and Chiefs Browns in the conference championship. So let's see how we performed against the Buccaneers. So Trey Lance threw 1 touchdown, got sacked twice. Tom Brady threw 1 touchdown, threw a pick, and got sacked once. Running situation wasn't really there. Receivers were just all right. So I guess it was a defensive game. But Zach Kerr got a sack, and Brian Body Calhoun got a pick on Brady. So that made us win. Oh, and then we got to look at the second game. Let's see. In the second game, we lost 23 to 17. Wow. This man's Trey Lance threw 4 picks, got sacked twice, and had a 33.5 passer rating. But he threw a TD, though. And running backs, yeah, Zeke killed us, but he averaged 4.1 yards per carry, so that's fine. But our running backs need to do better. Receiving was up there, of course. Defense, Nick Bosa got a sack, Maurice Hurst got a sack, Fred Warner and Javon Kinlaw combined for a sack. But we threw 4 picks as a defense. That's not good. So Trey Lance has to get better with his reads. But nonetheless, that's a good first year, considering we went 12-4 and won our first playoff game. So let's look at the Pro Bowl roster. So Trey Lance made the Pro Bowl, which is nice to see. Kyle Juszczyk did as well. Receivers, no one. Tight end, George Kittle did. Trent Williams did. Lincoln Tomlinson did. No one on the right side of the D-line. Nick Bosa made it. That's nice to see. Fred Warner did not make it, surprisingly. And Wishnowsky made it. But the Super Bowl this year is Browns, Packers. Let's see who takes that. I don't know. We have to see that first. So the Browns ended up winning that as they were the best seed in the NFL. John Johnson wins Super Bowl MVP. Trey Lance wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Chris Barnes wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Aaron Donald wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tom Brady wins Offensive Player of the Year. Coach of the Year went to the Browns, and Cam Newton won NFL MVP. So Trey Lance gets some upgrades, of course. We have 5 players ready to negotiate. We got Virgil Green, Compton, Sean Coleman, Nate Sudfeld. All these guys are walking. Don't really care too much about that. So we have $48 million available in cap room, but we're not really too interested in what the draft has to offer, of course. But we could just sign a middle linebacker just for depth purposes. We could sign Damian Wilson. Not too bad, just to help out. Kyle Van Noy, looks like we're gonna definitely have to look for his replacement as well. But Damian Wilson signed with us, of course, so I'm ready for the draft, so we're going to sip. So we have the 27th pick in the draft, so let's see what we could get at that pick. All right, so if the player's available, we need a center because Alex Mack retired, so I guess that's going to be our number 1 need. We have Will Bond here, who's a mid-second rounder. We have some second-round picks that we can use, so hopefully he's still there. I don't want to reach for him, so we're gonna hope for the best that he's still there. So there's no good D tackles available. That's surprising. Right outside linebacker, they have a couple, but I'm not really too interested in them. Cornerbacks, they have Orlando Herbert, fastest kid here. Not too bad. So there's not really much available when it comes to the position, but we need a left tackle. They got Zaire Northrop, and I think it would be best if we get a left tackle for Trent Williams, so we have that backup. So we picked up that left tackle. We have another pick now. Hopefully that kid is still there at center that we need. Let's see. Yes, he is. Will Bond, mid second round. We're gonna pick him up. He's gonna be our starting center, semi overall, not too bad. Now, our next second round pick that we could use here. Any first round players that are available. That's really what I'm going for. Any first round players that are still sitting here that we auto drafted. There's none available. That's surprising. We have a kid named Jazir Lamb. He's an early first rounder, and we could put him at the. We could use him as a D tackle. You know, change him around. He's 6'6" and weighs 311 pounds. So let's draft him. I think we can move him to D tackle and do something with that. Yeah, I like that. I like that pick. Okay, so with our next pick here, what we could go for is if there's any like safeties that are still around, any like high overall safeties, like a third round corner. There's a couple third round corners. There's Alani Sherman, who's a late third rounder, Devonta Barksdale, who's an early third rounder, and Ross Ferguson, who's a late. So we're gonna draft Devonta Barksdale, and then we're gonna sim to the end of the. Oh, we have another pick, so I guess we'll just trade back. Guess we'll just trade back, right? Might as well, yeah. Not gonna hurt. So we just traded back with them. We're gonna sim to the end of the draft. Now, if we look at the draft recap, after we got these guys, of course, we ended up getting another middle linebacker and a strong safety, which is nice to see. One statistics I want to look at is the Packers, because I wanted to see how Aaron Rodgers threw 23 touchdowns, 15 picks, and went to the Super Bowl. That's crazy. Aaron Jones did his thing running the ball. Amari Rodgers didn't do too much, but receivers nonetheless was pretty solid. And their defense, I don't know. Was just kind of interested to see, but nothing too crazy. So, and I want to see how the Titans did with so Ryan Taylor threw 32 touchdowns. Julio had 1,000 yards and 9 TDs. Josh Reynolds did his thing as well too. So that's pretty nice. But to answer the first week of preseason, upgrade our players. Mohamed Sanu is old, so that's something we have to look at. Mohamed Sanu. And Trent Williams is 33, but he's still playing pretty solid, so I guess we keep him around for another season. And Jonathan Taylor is still chilling here. Jimmy Ward is getting a little old, but we're fine there. But Lincoln Tomlinson's doing all right. So Kyle Van Noy, I was thinking about moving him for maybe a receiver. Maybe moving Kyle Van Noy for a receiver. Let's see how that would go. And apparently we need a right guard. Weston Richburg, but I guess it's because he's old. I guess that's why we'd move him. Kyle Van Noy, do you have any value anywhere? Kyle Van Noy actually lost his value. Very, very interesting. I wanted to trade him for just a wide receiver though. So, we're gonna just leave it alone. Let Kyle Van Noy ride it out. But I want to get rid of Mohamed Sanu because I think he's gonna get too old for us. Yeah, Mohamed Sanu. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We got Marquise Lee back though, so hopefully he provides something for us. But we're gonna get rid of Mohamed Sanu, and then we're gonna see if we can sign a big receiver just in general in the free agency. So they have Alan Lazard, who's 25. He's 6'5" as well, so I think he can help out with the team tremendously. So we signed him. So let's take a look at the team. As this is week 1 of the preseason, Trey Lance is 79. Got Jonathan Taylor and Trey Sermon here. Receivers are pretty solid, I'd say. We got Will Bond at center, our new starting center, of course. And then defense is not too bad. Defense is pretty solid, so not too worried about that. What we could do though is sign a backup center, like Daniel Kilgore, former Niner. I don't think that would hurt. And then, yeah, so Marquise Lee's back from injury, so hopefully he does something for us. Hopefully he's a big factor. So Trent Williams, you gotta definitely teach that young left tackle what's up, because you're the future. So one new injury. Trent Williams, torn labrum. You better be healthy, bro. That's all I gotta say. You better be healthy. We got that youngin who's gonna start for him now because he's injured. Nice. He's gonna get to start because you got injured. Fantastic. That's just fantastic. But we have to cut 12 players. Tabor Pepper, Demetrius Flanagan. We'll move you to the practice squad. J. Michael Hasty. Move you to the practice squad. Jerry Carnegie. Move you to the practice squad. Tim Harris. You're a bench corner. I'll just cut you. Contavious Street. I'll just cut you as well. Deontay Burnett, 23 years old. Kevin Givens. He's the 50 tackle. We'll move him to the practice squad. Marcel Harris is the 3rd strong safety. We'll cut him. Ito Smith. I don't know why we even have him. We'll just cut him. Trent Sherfield is the 6th wide receiver. Brian Body Calhoun is the 4th corner. Marquise Lee's the 5th receiver. Could just cut him. We get plus and cap space, and we're not cutting Jason Rhett yet. So it's between Marquise Lee, Brian Body Calhoun, 4th, 5th, Deontay Burnett. All right, if we cut Deontay Burnett, what happens? We have to cut one of them. Okay, so I guess we'll go with Marquise Lee. We still have to get rid of someone. All right, so I guess Brian Body Calhoun goes as well. It's fine. One new injury. Weston Richburg broke his collarbone. Nice. That's fantastic. That's the best news we received. One new injury. Aziz Al-Shalair tore partially his MCL. Nice. He's out for 6 weeks, so we don't even have a backup linebacker. Nonetheless, let's advance and see. We ended up making the playoffs again, going 9-7. We won our division, and we just beat the Cardinals 31-17. So 2 years in a row making the playoffs. That's pretty nice to see. Trey Lance doing his thing, helping us out. If we look at the playoff bracket, we were the 3rd seed. Number 1 seed was the Buccaneers. Number 2 was the Pack. That's interesting. Finished with 88 offense, 87 defense. Our offense was 16th in the NFL. Trey Lance, not too bad of a year. And then defense was probably like top tier. 32 touchdowns, 10 picks for Trey Lance, 99.8 pass rating, 64 completion percentage. Jonathan Taylor almost amassed 1,000 yards again. Debo and Brandon Ayuk both did their thing. And George Kittle, of course. Richie James got in there as well. Defense, Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw combined for 8 picks total. Eric Armstead had 10.5 sacks. That's pretty nice. And Nick Bosa only had 5.5. But we got a lot of interceptions as a defense, so that's pretty nice to see. So we'll take a look at the overalls. Will Bond is now at 73. Okay. Northrop is now at 73 as well. Looks like we have some running backs that are injured. Trey Lance is now an 83. Brandon Ayuk is an 86. Defense, Javon Kinlaw and Maurice Hurst are 82s. Eric Armstead's a 90. Nick Bosa is a 96. Barksdale is a 72. Dre Greenlaw's pretty nice. Calvin is 79. So we're looking like a pretty solid team. So let's see what we can do in the playoffs. Facing the 8-8 Bears. We took an L to Justin Fields. So we took an L in the first round. So we have to change our luck in the playoffs. Make some drastic signings, of course. But let's sim to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is Buccaneers Jaguars. So the Jaguars were the 6th seed and they beat the Chiefs, the Patriots, and the Browns. So Trevor Lawrence has been doing his thing. So let's see if we could get the job done and beat the Bucs. And they ended up losing to the Patriots. To the Buccaneers. Levante David won Super Bowl MVP. None of the Niners players got an award. So we know we got to change. We have 19 players ready to negotiate. Number 1 is Fred Warner. Got to definitely get him back onto the team. That is our Mike in the middle. Definitely have to get him back. We get him back. Jason Verrett, we're going to let walk. Mike McGlinchey. Definitely going to keep him around. Good right tackle. And then now we need to get Trey Lance back into the system. So he's going to be a big cap hit, but he's worth it. We get him back. John Franklin Myers, I like him as a backup, so we got to give him that deal that he wants. Alan Lazard, I want to keep around. It's not going to cost too much, so we get to keep him. DJ Jones, I like as well, too. We get him back. Trey Sermon is a good little backup, so he's not even little either. Oh, he thinks free agency will be better for him. We have Jeff Wilson though, so we get him back. Tarvarius Moore, Nathan Gary, Ross Dwelly, Kike Fakua. Josh Rosen wants he wants a huge deal. Josh Rosen wants a huge deal. I didn't know he was playing like that. Oh, excuse me. Kai Nakua. This offer, we get him back. Ross Dwelly's a 70, not too bad. Make another move, we get him back. Tarvarius Moore. Backups. I like having the backups onto the team. Jordan Willis hasn't done much, so we're gonna keep John Franklin. And it looks like we're gonna let Trey Sermon walk from the looks of it. And the same with Richie James Jr., but Laken Tomlinson as well, and Jason Verrett. So it is what it is. We had to re-sign our big guys, so that's what it's come down to. Hey, it is what it is. But 85 offense, 80. Let's see. Actually, let's see what moves we can make. Dory Jackson we can let go, but I like him. He's a young corner. Definitely can't get rid of Trey Lance. Reese Hurst is fine. Jimmy Ward is 31. We could move on from him. We could move on from our safeties. See what we can do about that. Calvin Noy, I want to release because he's getting older. See if we can sign someone else in free agency. Let's see. Same thing with Jimmy Ward. He's 31 now. Yeah, so we could get rid of Jimmy Ward. Yeah, I'm thinking of either let's get rid of Jimmy Ward, release him, and maybe release our strong safety too. Chakowski, depending on how old he is. He's 20. We can keep him around for one more season so we could help out. But now that should have gave us some bread, and we have 13 million now available in cap. So we can see what safeties are available. At free safety, there's not really too much available. Probably gonna have to end up drafting that. But we need a number 2 corner. There's not too much available there too, so we're gonna have to end up drafting that. We don't have a right outside linebacker. Which is kind of an issue. Left outside linebacker, we have Jerry Greenlaw, but we could just sign Nico Lavos or something like that. Give him like a mediocre deal, just so he has a place to play football. As messed up as that sounds, but it is the truth. We could sign Ryan Anderson to a deal. Be our ultimate backup as well to Nick Bosa. As we have good D tackles, I'm okay with that. Left end, we're good. Right tackle, we have McGlinchey. We need a right guard because Weston Richburg is getting old. Let's sign Austin Corbett. Definitely sign him. I like that. Center, we just need a backup. I'm not gonna really stress the backup position too much. Left guard, we need a left guard for sure too. So we could end up moving like Corbett to. We could see what we could do there. And it looks like Trent Williams did retire as well, so that happened. And running backs, we'd always draft someone as well too. So let's advance to the next week. See if we sign these guys. So we get Corbett and Anderson. So what I'm gonna do now is move what's his name, Weston Richburg to the left side. Then we're gonna have to end up drafting someone, of course, just to make sure that we get that backup. Yeah, so let's move him to the left side, which we just did. So now Weston Richburg's on the left. Center we have Will Bond still. Right tackle is fine. Left end is good. Left end, actually, I wanted to move Jazeer Lamb to D tackle. I forgot that's what I wanted to do. So, and Maurice Hurst hasn't done much. So I'm thinking we either trade Maurice Hurst. We can honestly trade Maurice Hurst. Let's see what we could do here. We could trade Maurice Hurst for right outside linebacker, and then move that cap to another position. Maurice Hurst. So far, no one's really got a dude named Justin Hess here. Okay, so I think I'll go with Jalen Ferguson. I like that. I think he'll help out pretty nicely. Jalen Ferguson will be a tackler in the outside position. I think they'll accept this. Trade offer is accepted. So now we can move that kid to D tackle to help out with Javon Kinlaw, because I totally forgot about that left end. Forgot we stole him. So let's move him to D tackle. A 6'6" D tackle. That's a big frame, just like DeForest Buckner. Lamb goes to 76 overall, so that's perfect to me. So that position is settled. Let's advance to the next week. We get backup Nico Lalos. They want us to give a fifth-year option to Nick Bosa. Of course, we're going to keep him around. Why wouldn't we? We keep Nick Bosa around. So let's take a look at the team now. Just before we enter the draft. I feel like we need to definitely get a guard. Maybe we use some more of our cap to sign some backups, of course. Receivers, I'm okay with. Defense, definitely needed some backups, but D-line is fine though. D-line is definitely fine. And corners, that's safeties. You know, we got a little bit of something that we have to work with here. We have $6 million available. Safety, there's not really much available, so we're gonna have to try to draft that. And we're definitely gonna need some backups though. I just want to sign some backups just so we have like some type of, you know, we could draft them. So I'm gonna just hold out, I guess. I just don't like not having backups. So like Billy Turner could be a great backup for us. He could be a great backup, a great option. And we definitely need a backup center. Squad Kensenberry is getting a lot of love from the Eagles, so I'm gonna go with Ross Pierschbacher. Give him that deal. Left guard is good, left tackle is good, tight end. Could sign Hunter Long, but what would be the point of that? We could have signed Mercedes Lewis to be that ultimate backup, but then for quarterback, it's gonna sign like Tyler Heineke. Give him like a 7-year deal. He do not have enough room to make this deal, so definitely do. All right, so let's see if Taylor accepts that deal. But let's finish the next week. All right, so no one did. Nice, fantastic. All right, let's start drafting. All right, so we have the 22nd pick in the draft. So lots of players, obviously, we could end up selecting here in this first round. But I'm thinking guard should be the position we go with. They don't have much available. They have a kid named Eric Blackburn, who's an early first rounder. Eric Blackburn's an early first rounder. Outside linebacker, middle linebacker. Right outside is nothing. Cornerbacks, they got like a bunch of second rounders. They have a kid named Corn Wilder, who could be pretty solid. Oh, they have a lot of good corners here. Ron Dobson. Okay, we might have found some moves here. We need a free safety too, though. Jeremiah Thompson. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Jeremiah Thompson. 76 overall. We need a free safety, of course. Hopefully we still have some steals left, though. I did see a guy at the center that I like, so if he's still there, we're gonna definitely go after him. Okay, so he's gone. I mean, it makes sense. He was definitely a steal, but that's fine. So next up is those corners. So Corn Wilder's still here. We need that number 2 receiver, number 2 corner, Bob Flowers. No, I think it's Ron Dobson. No, wait. The early first rounder is gone? The early first round corner is gone, I think. Could have sworn he was an early. Could have sworn, but we have Corn Wilder here, who's a mid first rounder. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. Ron Dobson's late, and Bob Flowers is late. So we're going to go with Corn Wilder, 73 overall. All right, not too bad. So let's skip ahead in the draft. All right, so to provide some competition for our quarterback, we obviously didn't scout anyone. So left guard, and right tackle, nothing's available here. Guess we did not do a good job scouting, or maybe we're just not fans of what we had on the team. But we have Kedrick Burks, so we're going to draft him. And then we're going to just simulate the rest of this draft. Look at the draft recap. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. We still need to get a quarterback. So let's advance to the first week of the preseason, see what the squad is looking like. 85 offense, 85 defense. So we need a quarterback. And low-key a running back as well, because we didn't really get anyone. We have George Kittle as a third string left guard. Why? Okay, that's okay. We'll leave that alone. But defense is fine. We have Wilder here, so hopefully he performs well. We also have Barksdale, so if they start performing well, we can easily move Emmanuel Mosley out of the lineup. But defense is looking straight to me. We picked up that kid, that free safety, so he should help us out a lot. And we're just gonna sign a quarterback. Hopefully we can. And yeah, we'll sign Jeff Driscoll to the deal. He'll back us up, something like. So let's sim through that. Let's sim to the playoffs and see how well we perform. Okay, so it looks like we didn't make the playoffs for the first time. We went 8-8 this time, so we did not touch the playoffs. Okay, we did not touch the playoffs. That's actually very surprising, considering the first year we went 12-4. This year we went 9-7. Dre Greenlaw unlocked an ability. He's now an 86 overall. He unlocked secure tackler and medium route KO. Pretty solid, pretty nice. Emmanuel Mosley got injured a lot. Finished off with 87 offense, 88 defense. Offense was 12th in the NFL, and our defense was 10th, so not too bad. Trey Lance, 23 touchdowns, 12 picks. Kind of a down year. Same with our running backs as well too. But Alan Lazard hit 1,000 yards. That's our first 1,000-yard receiver. That's pretty nice to see. Defense, Eric Armstead had 16.5 sacks. Moving Jazir Lamb to D-tackle caused 4.5 sacks for him, which is pretty nice. And Nick Bosa had 8 sacks. Didn't have that many interceptions as a team, but Eric Armstead was really showing his worth. So I like seeing that. Shows us promise. And Trey Lance is an 84. Jonathan Taylor is our lead back. Northrop is now 75. Will Bond is now 75. Corbett's a 79. Not too bad, not too bad coming from our guys. Looks like Alan Lazard might be injured. And defense, guys are looking pretty beastly. Eric Armstead is a beast as well. Lamb is now 78. Corners, Ken Wilder and Barksdale is our solid picks. So it looks like Emmanuel Mosley will be the guy that will leave. Let's see what Alan Lazard's overall came out to. He's a 79 now, but he has a torn rotator cuff. So we figured out our third receiver, our third big receiver. So let's send him to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is Raiders Seahawks. Wow. So the Seahawks were the 3rd seed and the Raiders were the 6th seed. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see who takes that dub there. So the Raiders ended up winning the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield won MVP. Russell Wilson won NFL MVP. Khalil Mack won Defensive Player of the Year. Russell Wilson won Offensive Player of the Year as well. No one from the Niners got anything. That's fine. We have 15 players ready to negotiate with. We have Adoree Jackson, who I think is pretty solid, so we definitely should keep him around. One of our best trades so far. Get him back. Kyle Juszczyk, might as well keep him. He's our fullback. He helps the team run. He would like to play for a new team next year. Franchise tag will be $3 million, so we're gonna definitely franchise tag him. Debo wants a contract extension, so we're gonna give him $46 million. Dre Greenlaw wants a contract extension as well. He deserves it. He's definitely our rock on the field. We get him back. Jaquaski, we're going to let walk. Emmanuel Mosley, we're going to let walk as well. Same thing with Weston Richburg. Jalen Hurd, haven't really given him a chance, but we're going to let him walk because we could obviously draft someone. A lot of these guys here we're going to definitely let walk. I mean, we could give Jeff Driscoll a 7-year deal. And he accepts it. Ken Webster, we're going to let go. Justin School, we're going to let go as well. Nico Lelos. If he accepts this, okay, he wants to go for a new team. Jalen Hurd, we're going to let go, but he hasn't really done much. Yeah, he hasn't done much. We're not even going to bother. Ryan Anderson knows a solid backup, so if he were to accept a cheaper deal, then we could work something out here. But he's going to test free agency. Robbie Gould is 40. Actually, let's see if we can keep him. He's against us free agency. You're not going to get anyone in the market. Weston Richburg is getting old, so we're going to let him go. Manuel Mosley, he got injured a lot. I have those 2 younger guys that I'm interested in, so we're going to leave that alone. Mitch Wishnowski, definitely want to see if we can keep him. We get him back. Cool. So we re-signed the players that we wanted to re-sign. So that's fine with me. We need a strong safety. We might have to end up drafting one, but let's see who is available. We have Josh Allen who's available here. Kareem Hunt, Julio, Brandon Brooks. Interesting. Matthew Ioannidis is available. Kyle Long is back. Not really much that I want to go after here. A lot of these guys we could just draft or sign or whatever the case may be. Left side is fine. Middle, we never seem to have a middle linebacker, like a backup for some odd reason. Strong safety, they have Jordan Poyer. They have a lot of strong safeties here on the market. Interesting. But they do have Trevon Moehrig. He's 24, but they have a lot of young safeties here who's just sitting here. So we could either end up drafting one, because I kind of want to see if we could draft a game changer. So let's see if we could do that. Draft some game changers. So we have the 16th pick in the draft. So Colts has drafted that kid. See what strong safeties they got. See, they got Spencer Chancellor, who's a late first rounder. Looks like a beast. We have Leo Clinton as well as an early second rounder. Free safety, they have Tyreek Mickens, who's a mid first rounder. Cornerbacks were good at that position. Middle linebacker, they have Alex Lopez, late first rounder, not too bad. D tackle, they have a kid named Chad Murphy and Tim Hancock, late first rounder as well. Right end, they have Glenn Huff. Oh, let's see if they have any guards available. No left guards are available. No right guards. They have 3 centers here. Early first, mid first. Cole Caldwell is an early first. So if those guys are available, we're gonna. They also have Nolan Knowles, left tackle. A lot of good options here, but I'm gonna go with the safety position first. We're gonna get Spencer Chancellor, or we could wait off for Leo Clinton, but guys, I'm gonna go with Cole Caldwell. He's 5th in true value, so we pick him up. He's gonna be our starter, and we're gonna move that cat to the left side. Now we're in the second round. Now I want to go after the safety position. If these guys are still, so Leo Clinton is still here. He's an early second rounder, so I guess we're gonna go with him. Leo Clinton, 71 overall. He's gonna be our starter. Hopefully he performs well. Now that we're at the 3rd round here, scouted players. Let's see. I don't see much steals here. We could obviously go with a corner. Corner wouldn't be too bad to go with. Yeah, considering that we don't have yeah, I think we should go with a corner. We could go Paul Green, who's a late 3rd. We could go George Young, who's a late 2nd. We could go Demarius Kean, who's a late 2nd. Let's go George Young. I'm liking that. 69 overall. Okay, we could throw him in as our 4th corner. So let's advance to the end of the draft. So if we look at the draft recap, not too bad, not too bad. So let's advance. Alan Lazar's back from injury. We have an 87 offense, 88 defense. So what we're going to do, we're going to change Will Bond to a left guard now. Yeah, we're going to change Will Bond to left guard. He's experienced into the system. He's agile, so he shouldn't have any worries switching over to that position, or to that side at least. Move him to left guard. Caldwell is a 6'3", 320 pounds left guard. So Will Bond would be a 76 overall left guard. He gets a higher overall too, so that's not too bad at all. We're going to release Colton McKivitz just because we have a backup here already. So we're going to let him go. We have Herbig. And now we have an 88 offense and 88 defense, which is pretty nice to see. Now this is the offensive line. We got Northup, Will Bond, Caldwell, Austin Corbett, Mike McGlinchey. Pretty solid. We have a kid named Caldwell. Oh, I was about to say, like, what? We definitely need to sign some backup tight end offensive linemen. I definitely want to sign a backup running back as well. Defense, we need a backup middle. Yeah, backup middle and maybe right outside. I like our corners though. and Linton and Clinton, I want to start over Tarvarius Moore. So that should be fine there. Go to free agency. Okay, so we got some interesting players available. Kenyon Drake, you know, he could just back up. You know, that'd be an interesting combo, him and Jonathan Taylor. So we're gonna sign him. I'm very interested to see how that combo will turn out. And then we need to get some backup linebackers. You know, maybe Alexander Johnson could help out hard, I guess. Zach Fulton, just so we have depth on the offensive line. Just so in case injuries happen, we're solid. So we did that, and we have Fulton and Lamb now. So we have some solid backups here. Lamb could go over the left side if worst comes to worst. We have Kenyon Drake backing up Jonathan Taylor now, so we have a nice looking running back crew, running back duo, and I'm liking that. And so defense looking pretty good, so we should be pretty solid. So I want to make sure that they don't cut the players that I don't want them to cut, because there's gonna be 13 players I think we need to cut. So upgraded players available. Yep. We're 2-0 right now. It's pretty nice to see in the preseason. Now we have to cut 12 players. We're 3-0 now. So we have to cut 12 players. Dante Kincaid, remove him to practice squad. Wong Bigsby, practice squad. Ben Garfield, practice squad. Dante Gatewood, practice squad. Derek Redmond, practice squad. Darius Nelson, we're gonna have to cut you. Parker Bingham, practice squad for sure. J. Michael Hasty, Teddy Overton. I know we drafted him, so we'll move him to the practice squad. He's only 21. Chandler Bush, I can't move him to the practice squad. Elijah Goldman could move to the practice squad though. Joe Best, Jose Best is our backup, so we're gonna keep him. Jeff Wilson is our third running back. We could cut him, and then we can either. I think I'm gonna cut J. Michael Hasty. So we're still gonna have to move these guys. So we're gonna just cut Chandler Bush. Okay, so cool. So we just made our 12. Upgrade our players. Show you guys what it looks like one last time, and we're going to this final year of this rebuild. 88 offense, 88 defense heading into the regular season. This is the offensive line, pretty solid. This is the front seven. I mean, this is the skill positions, pretty nice. And then defense, linebackers looking pretty good too, and should be pretty solid. I'd say should be solid. So we're running a 4-3 cover 3 77 scheme. We could run a 4-6 instead if we want to. 3-4 under could work. Skies 3-4. 4-3 cover 3. Our defense has been pretty solid, so I'm gonna leave that alone. We can change our offensive. I think we should change it to a vertical zone run. I like that. Let's change it to a vertical zone run. So defense stays the same, but our offense is gonna change to the vertical zone run. Defense is gonna stay just like that, and yeah, let's see how we perform. Let's into the middle season first. To Steelers 28-24, but we are 4-4. The Cardinals are 4-3, but the Seahawks and Rams are 1-6 each. Unfortunate. We have a lot of players ready to negotiate with, but we're not gonna worry about that. So we're 4-3, not too bad. We're an 89 offense, 89 defense. Statistics, we're 5th offensively. Trey Lance is first, 7th in passing yards and 23rd passing TDs. Our defense is 21st though. 11 TDs, 3 picks for Trey Lance. 512 yards rushing and 3 TDs for Jonathan Taylor. George Kittle doing his thing, receiving the ball, of course. Front runner has 2 sacks, 3 picks, leading the team in tackles. That's pretty nice. So we have a bye, so people are back and healthy to go. So Nick Bosa wants a contract extension. We're probably gonna give it to him. It's Nick Bosa. Brandon Ayuk has always performed for us, so we're gonna definitely re-sign him. Kyle Juszczyk. If you don't just accept our deal and stop being stingy. Yeah, we get you back. Jonathan Taylor. He's not asking for too much either, so, and he's been performing pretty well. So we get him back with ease. And Javon Kinlaw's not asking for too much. We get him back with ease. Mike McGlinchey wants a 2-year deal. I guess the 2 years is up already. We get him back. John Franklin Myers, same thing. As a backup, I'll pay this much. I don't mind. Austin Corbett, our right guard for sure, has to get paid. Get him back too. Kane Drake, I'm not really too worried about him. Rest of these guys, we could worry about that later. But we re-signed our top dogs. So week 10 is against the Washington football team, who was 5-3. We got a breakout player here. Leo Clinton. Oh, so Leo Clinton, man, is doing his thing. He's doing his thing for sure. So we're facing the 5-3 Washington football team. Let's see if we can make them 5-4. We took an L, 38-28. Okay, not too bad, you know. Makes sense. They're a pretty solid team. So he broke out. Well, he didn't hold up to the standards. Jonathan Silver's unhappy with the game. Let's just say we get him involved. He'll talk will improve his spirits. Okay, so he has to get 12 plus touches, so he definitely will get that. Facing a 5-4 Cowboys. Let's see how we perform against them. He took an L, 28-17. What happened? I thought he played. Why wouldn't he get 5 more touches? It's weird. We're 4-6 now, so we're not looking too good. Not looking too good. But why wouldn't he get? That doesn't make sense. Honestly, let's say D-line. We're gonna hold the D-line accountable. Get 3 sacks against the Panthers. Y'all better get the job done. We have one new injury too. Dory Jackson dislocated his ankle. Our offense is 17th. Yo, Trey Lance, you're not throwing TDs. What the hell happened? Trey Lance, you're not doing anything at all. Trey Lance, hello. What's our D-line doing? What are they doing? Nothing. They're not doing anything. So Trey Lance, are you looking like the key? You were looking like the key at first. I could sign a quarterback. We could sign 46-year-old Tom Brady to the deal. That'd be interesting. You know, that could be very interesting. Tom Brady's 46. That could be an interesting turn of events. To free up some money, who do we have to get rid of? Jared Mullen? Trying to see, who could we get rid of? We could get rid of Kevin Givens. Sign Tom Brady, start him, see if he changes up the chances of us winning. That could be a crazy turn of events. You know what? I want to try it. We gotta clear 320K before we could sign Tom Brady. Okay, bro. Okay, so Clinton's a 72. Jordan Evans, we could just release him. Alright, so hopefully us doing that could potentially give us Tom Brady. I just want to see how that works out. We just signed Tom Brady to a 1-year deal. You guys are probably going to hate me in the comments, but I'm just trying to see something. I'm trying to see if we just sign Tom Brady, change the dry spell, see if we could right the ship. This is crazy. This is crazy if we could right the ship. It really would be. But yeah, I have faith. I think this could get done. I think we could do it. Tom Brady's now on the team. We're facing a 6-4 Panthers. We just start Tom Brady as we sign him. No, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. One new injury. I hope Tom Brady got injured. Javad Kinlaw. Alright, you know what? We're going to advance to the end of this season. It looks like we're not doing too well. So we finished the season going 7-9. Didn't have a good season at all. It was our first negative season. 91 offense, 89 defense though. Tom Brady was here. Trey Lance is in 86. Let's see if Tom Brady changed the ship. See if he helped us out when we signed him. We signed him. He threw 11 touchdowns, 5 picks. Not too bad, but not better than Trey Lance. So we're gonna have to sign some competition for Trey Lance because this is not ideal if we keep doing this moving forward. So let's sim to the Super Bowl. Of course, the two teams that Tom Brady was on, the Buccaneers and Patriots, are in the Super Bowl. Patriots are the 3rd seed. Buccaneers are the 1st. Leo Clinton, I guess, won Defense Rookie of the Year. That's pretty nice to see. I feel like at yearly awards. And Zach Wilson won MVP. That's nice. So, looks like the Buccaneers ended up beating the Patriots. Devin White won Super Bowl MVP. So, yes, Leo Clinton did win Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's pretty nice. We have 12 players ready to negotiate. Mitch Wishnowski. Oh, we don't even have the bread. We don't even have the bread. Not even gonna bother. Not even gonna bother. Oh, and Tom Brady dipped. So that we could definitely release him. Kicker, punter. We definitely need a better kicker, that's for sure. Mitch Wishnowski. I don't really care about punter too much either, so let's advance to next week. We have 1 good year left for this, the 5th year. We have -$5 million available in the cap room. I thought we freed up cap, so we can't even do anything with the free agents, so that's fun. So we're gonna have to end up drafting someone. So we have the 10th pick in the draft. I think it's best that I honestly want to go after a quarterback. We got Sterling Hamilton, who's a mid-first rounder, and we also have Kevin Parrish, who's a late. We're gonna go Sterling Hamilton, 74 overall, just so we can kind of push our boy to try to do something for the team, because he hasn't been too helpful for us, I'd say the least. But the offensive line position, it's nothing there. Right end, D tackle. Right outside linebacker, they have Joseph Kalkuta. Corners are straight. Safeties are straight. I guess we could just go to running back. You go Nelson Barr, Juwan Key is an early first. Trent Bradham is an early first, and Eric Chamberlain. Let's go Chamberlain. I like him. 75 overall. We'll pick him up, and then we're gonna sim through the end of this draft. Draft recap: we drafted a left end, a guard, a receiver, a guard, and another receiver. So, how we're gonna do it? We're gonna sim to regular season, and I want to make sure we go week by week to see if how what's his name will perform. Our season goal this year is to make the playoffs. And Trey Lance has to improve. He has to. I'm giving him the first 4 games to be solid. If not, it's crickets. We're going to start the other cat. Hamilton was a 74 overall, and he fits the scheme. We'll get him out of. He has the team to do it. He has the squad to do it. There's no excuse. There should be no excuse. So the defense is great. So there should be no excuse onto why like Trey Lance isn't performing. So first week we took a W 34-13. Good first dub. Now we're facing the Seahawks, division rival. Of course, Russell Wilson and company. We took a W 34-27. Gonna upgrade our players. Facing the Bears. 0-2. We're 2-0, so we took an L 28-23. We're facing the Seahawks again, division rival. So Alan Lazarus back from injury. Facing 2-1 Seahawks, we just beat. We took an L 31-17. And this is the make or break right here for Trey Lance. So we're facing 1-3 Dolphins. So let's see how we perform against them. We took a W. Damn, we're kind of stuck right now. Fred Warner's a 99 though. Just noticed that too. Barksdale dislocated his hip, so he'll be back by week 13. So Trey Lance, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks, nothing too crazy. Yeah, Trey Lance, man. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. I think it's the defense that's been helping us out for sure. Definitely the defense. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna start Clinton. Even though we're doing pretty solid, I'm gonna start Clinton. Hamilton, Sterling Hamilton, is 6'6" quarterback. We're starting him over Trey Lance, just to see. This is still Trey Lance's video, of course, but let's advance to next week. Facing the Rams, division rivals. They're 2-3. Let's upgrade our players. If we do like 3 weeks and we can't win a game, then we're gonna just move on from Hamilton from starting. We took a W though. In his first start, we took a W. 38-17. Okay. Week 8 against the 2-5 Cardinals. We lost 31-0. The 2-5 Cardinals, we couldn't score a point. Okay. Facing a 2-5 Washington football team. We took an L. How do we give a dub to the 2-5? Okay. All right. Hamilton, what are you doing? We're 4-4. 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, and 96.6 passer rating. But it's the same shit as Trey Lance, though. It's literally the same shit. Alright. Maybe we just go back to starting Trey Lance. It's like the same shit, though. Like, no one's throwing the ball well. That's the problem. Maybe it's because of the scheme. It might be the offensive scheme. Maybe if we change that up again into a multiple zone run, maybe that changes stuff up, you know. Because this is a good team. We should be doing well. What happened to our center? Caldwell's injured. Torn labrum. Fantastic. Just fantastic. 3 new injuries. Holy crap. Bosa, dislocated ankle. Caldwell, torn labrum. Hamstring tear for Eric Chamberlain. Oof. You know what? That's into the playoffs. I have a feeling we could pull this out. And we couldn't. We finished 7-9. Finished 7-9. So Trey Lance started off hot. He started off hot, bringing the team to the playoffs 2 years in a row, but wasn't able to do anything after that. Finished the 18th offense in NFL. Defense was 27th, so defense even took a hit. 27 touchdowns, 10 picks for Trey Lance. Jonathan Taylor hit 1,000 yards though. George Kittle almost had 1,000 yards. Defense definitely took a hit, as Jazeer Lamb led the team in sacks. Bosa was injured for majority part. Eric Armstead didn't do too much. So the team regressed over those first 2 powerful years, but I guess that's where we ended off with Trey Lance. So he finishes off with probably like an 88 overall. 87 overall for Trey Lance. Not too bad, but that's the rebuild of this team. We got this kid named Monty, who's a superstar. That's nice. But that's how that ends up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Hit the like button, subscribe for new, comment down below what other teams you want to see me rebuild. Next on the list is Justin Fields. So without further ado, let's get on to it. And remember guys, you gotta be a fiend to succeed.